Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty Phoenix Power, and once again this is a 1 vs 1 videocast. By the way, before I forget about it, please, if you know about any decent 2v2, then I would love to make something different than 1v1, because I really miss those 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, 3-4-0s, all this that I had, the Conquer 3 and I do not have here, at least for now, right? And I would really like to see some unusual 2v2 maps, or even the usual, because honestly speaking, I did not play 2v2 yet in Starcraft 2. I played in beta, and that's why I didn't play it here, because my teammate was a fail. He was such a fail, I would not even speak his name, because he'll be ashamed, or something. Anyway, you probably did not notice it yet, because I was not moving my cursor, but look at this! Who we have here? It's Wilco, and his opponent is Matisse. You guys know them? I bet you do. If you do also know my beginning in Red Dead 3, when I was just a beginner noob videocaster. I'm still a noob videocaster, but I'm not a noob anymore. So those guys are from Red Dead 3, they are both well known over there, or at least were, just like me. And yeah, I'm really excited to see that. I do not know about how good they are, but this certainly does look like a nostalgia to me, and I really wanted to see that. Also, just one last thing before I start my real commentary, I want to tell you that if you want, I can always do something unusual. I do not have to make only stack of 2 VoDs, though of course they will be majority of my work, but I can also do Conquer 3 videocasts, and I can also do unusual things like, I don't know, a playthrough through Starcraft 2 campaign, though if you want to see a playthrough, then I suggest you go to Dexterfield's channel, because he's king in this matter. Or I could even do a totally different game. Who knows? If I have the game, then no problem, though probably you would not ask me for making the playthrough to the path, because most of you will probably be very bored and I will have nothing to comment about. And also I think that, well, you could be interested in forcing me to play Amnesia. I just started the game and you might want to hear me scream, this would be funny. Yeah, if you want me to play Amnesia, just let me know and I'll make a playthrough for you. Though I doubt any of you will be interested, so I'll just stop off topic and start concentrating on the replay. And what you have here is a very interesting photon cannon rush. I mean, there's only one photon cannon, 2 pylons, one of them just about to go down because of just a pair of Zerglings. And this is kinda interesting, because just a tip for you, Wilco, whatever you wanna call it, excuse me, this photon cannon cannot see what is over here. So even if there is a billion photon cannons over here, there will be chances against a single roach or a hydra that will come here and attack those pylons. I have no idea why Wilco decided to destroy that pylon, but I guess he just thought it would be fun to do. Or he wanted to replace it with a new one to make a bit of a wall, but there's still a gap over here, so this is not much of a wall. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what Matisse is going to do with that. He's got a Baning Nest coming out. Well, you do not need a Baning Nest. A couple of roaches could annihilate those pylons, and this photon cannon could not even do a thing against it. And Banings would take some time to create, but possibly less than creating a couple of roaches. Well, this could be a nice idea. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what Wilco is doing. He's got his forge, which is kind of obvious because he made that photon cannon. He's got only 2 gateways and a forge. Let's have a quick look at the income. Very low. I mean, for the Zek player, I can understand why it is so low, because he does not have his expansion. This is an ultimate key, if I may say, for the Zerg player. You have to have an expansion as the Zerg, unless you're going for some crazy cheese or something like that. While on the Protoss side, well, 27 probes is the exact number that you need to have actually on your main. On Lost Temple, this is, you shouldn't have even a probe more or less, but actually I always have more, because this is so cool to have more probes than you need. And there we go, the Banings kill themselves in a fanatic attempt to destroy those pylons, and the attempt was of course successful, and the photon cannon is underpowered. Excuse me, unpowered? It is not underpowered yet. Not at least until somebody will nerf it or something. It is kind of funny that unpowered Protoss structures have this kind of sign. I mean, it is so similar to underpowered, like it is a vital sign that Protoss are underpowered, and they are. I do not accept any, arguments against about that, because last time I noticed that the term players are defending so harshly against the overpowerness accusations. I mean, come on, they are fighting like they're fighting for a better cause. Make those game balanced so you have a better and more interesting matchups. I have a friend that is at an plan, even he is bored of this overpowerness as faction, though mainly because he keeps getting called an OP noob. But he deserves it, he really is an OP noob, I know him. And if he will actually watch this videocast and this is actually quite pro, then I guess he'll be mad at me, or simply laugh, or do not care at all, which is the most probable case. And by the way, a single pylon powering 5 structures, not the best idea. I mean, the second one is powering probably those wall gates or gateways, but I would really love to see a second and a third one over here, because otherwise this is just too much of a risk. Now, as I can see, Zerek is having a lot of those drones. They need to be, what's the word? Translated as soon as possible, and this is exactly what they are going to do. And the Queen is going to have some larvas as well. I never could understand why the Queen is chewing the larva out of her mouth. I mean, what are those larvas doing there? It's disgusting. I mean, most of these eggs are tasty and delicious, and they look so cute you want to eat them. But this is just, I mean, that's gruesome. I do not want to eat the Queen for sure. Or even more, I do not want her to eat me. This would be, oh my, I do not want to know what is she doing with all those larvas in her mouth. Anyway, as you can see, there is a single drone on hold position. Oh, so poor brave drone that was holding the position as long as she could. Nobody cared that she could not fight back. She was still holding her ground. And I have no idea why I suddenly started calling the drones she. Well, I guess it fits them. And still, I would love to see some more drones translating into this expansion. And there we go, the first major battle between Protoss and the Zerg, and I'm failing to click. Excuse me, that was a screenshot, I guess. Well, my key is fail. I just made a screenshot what I wanted. Did I start recording? No, seriously, did I? Let me check it for a second, just for a quick second. I will pause it and pause it in a matter of seconds. I need to check it right now. Okay, apparently I was recording. Now I sure hope I'm recording still. Anyway, I'll stop my paranoia and keep recording. So, it looks like those players are still not too much adept of excuse me, they are still too new to Starcraft 2 to show some new awesomeness that they were known for in Starcraft, excuse me, in Red Dead 3, I keep mixing those games. Though I am still very happy to see actually what this kind of do, because I really remember those guys and this was really fun to watch them. Though I would be kinda happy to see more action, even though there was a fight just a millisecond ago, and there we go, I'm training, pretending to be a zealot. Well, if I would see such a red thing, I would ultimately guess that it is not a real zealot. And also I would guess because I have no zealots on my own, except for the ones that are just morphed in, so this was a poor training right there. So, training got owned, and we are all happy about it, because we do not want to see anybody copying ourselves, right? And at the moment, let's have a quick look at the army stats. They are both quite even, though the Zerg is honestly much weaker at the moment. He's got only a couple of Zergings and a couple of Hydros. They will not stand a chance if they would be attacked again by the Protoss. No, I think they would. The Protoss don't have a serious DPS machine right now, because sentries are not dealing any serious damage, and those Stalkers cannot use their bonus against armored units, and those Zealots have a very big DPS, but there's only 3 of them. Not there's 5, so they're slightly better. So yeah, I'm expecting to see. What is this? Ooh, that's gruesome. No, it's actually not. It's more of a. I do not understand why, but it reminds me of Sandbox. I mean, it's. I don't know. Maybe it's because of this texture or something. It's just so sand-like, this structure, I mean, and oh, now it collapsed, so sad. And there we go, the first Colossus, excuse me, is already here. We've got 2 robotics facilities granting those guys, and the upgrade for them is already on the way. So again, right now